What's up, fiends? Alucard here. Welcome back to Tubi Terrors. Today we will be looking at the 1974 Italian supernatural horror film, The Antichrist, aka The Tempter, from director Alberto Martino. It stars Carla Gravina, Mel Ferrer, Arthur Kennedy, Alida Valli, George Coulouris, Anita Strindberg, and Umberto Orsini. My sincere apologies if I mispronounce any of that. I'm sure I did. It is currently available to stream on Tubi and Shout Factory TV on Amazon Prime. It also has a Blu-ray release from Kino Lorber in their Studio Classics line. This disc includes a 4K restoration done by Studio Canal. So this satanic shocker is sometimes labeled as the Italian version of The Exorcist, which I only somewhat agree with. The story is about a beautiful young woman named Ippolita, who is left paralyzed at age 12 after an automobile accident in which her mother also perished. Her paralysis is diagnosed as psychosomatic, stemming from mental trauma rather than a physical injury. She has since developed severe attachment issues to her father. As an adult, she tries hypnosis for a cure, but instead she gets seized by visions of a past life as a heretic, and under hypnosis transforms into a foul-mouthed, perverse seductress that enters a covenant with Satan himself. Now there's a big battle between the possessed and the church. I am leaving a ton out here in case you want to check it out, which I do recommend. So what did I not like? So even though it's in English, the first 10 minutes of the movie are people crying out in Italian with no subtitles. I would have liked to have known what was said here, even though it apparently doesn't really matter. You do get what's going on, so, And some scenes did drag a little bit before we got to the good stuff. And also some of the effects are cheesy by today's standards. Director Alberto Martino has said that this movie would not have happened without The Exorcist, and they play that up on some of the artwork, saying things such as, "Move over, Linda Blair." It does include excessive cursing, spewing the pea green soup, levitation, that sort of thing, so I get it. But to me, this movie is different enough to separate it from The Exorcist. There is a stellar cast here. Carla Gravina as Ippolita just goes full tilt here. She does this thing with her tongue that makes you go, ugh. She's way into it. The sexual tryst with Satan scene is something I will not soon forget. I'll just say that it involves a severed toad head and a goat. That's all I'm gonna say. This movie's it's directed well, it's written well, and it's shot well, using mostly blues and reds. And the cinematographer is the notorious filmmaker Joe D'Amato. The creepy music from composers Ennio Morricone and Bruno Nicolai really add to the bizarre flavor of the movie. Overall, I'm going to give The Antichrist 4 bats out of 5. It's well worth a watch, especially if you're into possession films, supernatural scares, or, movies willing to go the extra mile. It is not for the faint of heart, however. I will warn you about that. It's trashy Italian exploitation at its finest. Until next time, remember to stay spooky. Peace.